past year, the city has asked the community to share their ideas and hopes for the future of Wilsonville's town center. We heard from folks at a number of public events and community meetings, as well as through the question of the month and 2 online surveys. The community's ideas came together to form a vision and set of goals for town center. In a nutshell, this is what we heard. Community members want more variety in the commercial uses and restaurants in town center, including smaller, locally owned businesses and mixed-use buildings of varying heights. We found 3-story buildings were popular across a broad range of building types. There is also some support for 4 to 5-story buildings that have good streetscape designs and internal courtyards. Our community members also asked for more outdoor covered dining, programmed park spaces such as farmers markets, and amenities capable of year-round activities. Lastly, we learned there is a strong desire for walkable, pedestrian-oriented streets with bicycle and pedestrian connections with the rest of Wilsonville. These preferences inform the open spaces, transportation connections, and development the community would like to see in town center. These 3 pieces, green spaces, connectivity, and land use, are the vital elements or building blocks of a place. Here's what the community's draft building blocks look like. Green spaces. Community members really enjoyed the existing Town Center Park, Memorial Park, and Marassi Plaza. These parks are the cornerstones of the existing Town Center open space network, but the community is interested in additional green spaces, community gathering spaces, and enhancing the natural environment. The ideas they share with us have created an open space approach we call the Emerald Chain. This approach connects existing and future parks through a series of small plazas, green streets, and trails. The Emerald Chain also includes an important connection to the future bike and pedestrian bridge over I-5. Our community members expressed a lot of support for the bridge to provide them with better access to the town center and the central transit station. A new park at the bridge landing would complete the Emerald Chain and serve as an important arrival and destination point at the north end of the town center. Additional greenways will serve to provide connections within town center, to existing and new trails, and to the surrounding neighborhoods. Land use. Currently, town center is most active in the summer and includes primarily 1- and 2-story buildings with a mix of commercial uses, including health services, civic, educational, retail, and office buildings. Most buildings are situated away from streets, with parking areas often being the main view from town center roads. Our community is asking for a greater mix of uses and building types that will encourage activity and create a lively and fun place to visit, with year-round opportunities for recreation and social gatherings. Specifically, there is a desire for mixed-use buildings with ground-floor retail and jobs or housing above, as long as they include activated pedestrian spaces such as wide sidewalks and seating areas. The community expressed having these buildings and amenities on a main street. This concept would extend Parkway to Wilsonville Road, focusing activity near Town Center Park and creating a walkable, mixed-use spine through the heart of Town Center. We also heard a desire for more development activity and taller buildings along I-5 and around the future bridge landing. On the opposite side of the loop, we heard new development should be less intense as it meets up with the existing residential neighborhoods. Connectivity. Currently, Town Center is a car-oriented transportation network, which is defined by the loop. While there are pieces of bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure and transit service, they are limited and incomplete. There are also limited connections for vehicle travel internal to the loop, and there is peak hour congestion on Wilsonville Road near Town Center Loop West. What the community wants is a transportation system that is safe and accessible for all. So this concept focuses on improving pedestrian and bike facilities while utilizing green streets and trails as much as possible. We heard the importance of safe, well-designed crossings along Wilsonville Road, so enhanced intersections are also proposed. There is a main street, more connectivity inside the loop, and a modified Town Center Loop West. These changes maintain and increase direct local access to businesses, but also take through traffic away from the Town Center Loop West, Wilsonville Road intersection, making it calmer and safer. The modified loop also supports the land use idea for new development next to I-5. Combined together, these 3 building blocks create the draft community design concept for Town Center. Now we need to hear from you. Before we pull together the draft plan, we need to know, what did we get right? What did we miss? What could be changed? We want this community design concept to reflect what you, Wilsonville's community members, would like to see in Town Center. So tell us what you think. You can tell us online or at our website, by sending an email, or by swinging by our open house on Thursday, February 8th. We also have a new survey out specifically about the draft concept, so please help us by taking it today. Lastly, we want to say thank you for making a difference in your community and helping shape the future of Wilsonville Town Center.